vision board season. The old year is coming to an end and the new one is about to start. And while we are reflecting on the old year, we also want to start off the new one really, really well. So if you're anything like me, you've tried vision boards before. For example, from images you found on the internet and then created a collage with like different categories. And these work, they really do. However, they work better if they're extremely specific to you. This is a failed vision board where I couldn't come up with images out of nowhere for what I was trying to achieve. I realized that I had to do the emotional work first. So inspired by some articles online and my own thinking work, I created templates for the different categories that I want to share with you that you can do and easily find all the images for your vision board. For example, this one is called Physical Needs. And then I created this template from which one can spread out all of the topics. I created different questions that are very intentional about the topic and that will lead you into the exercise even if you have no clue beforehand. This is the aligned vision mind map for celebration. It's about how to celebrate the things that are happening in your life, because we don't want to just achieve goals. We also want to have a sense of achievement and fun in everyday life. So this is about how to create that feeling. For example, questions like, what activities bring me the most joy and aliveness? Will guide you right into this template. Next is Interdependence. This is about relationships and how we collaborate with other people, how we're giving and receiving, and also how we create a sense of community in our life. This is my husband preparing a German tradition. It's a New Year's tradition where you pour rum and then you light it over a sugar cane. And he's currently creating like this sugar cane cone thing. Never mind if there's a little bit of noise in the background, please. So next is self-expression. This is about our unique gifts and how we overcome challenges and what are our mediums for the expression, what are the platforms for expression, and how can we incorporate our emotions and ideas into the things that we are creating and doing. For example, I love the whole thing, but how do I express myself authentically and naturally? And to really give these kind of questions a little bit of space. Next is mental stimulation. So this is something that I honestly kind of neglected for some time. I didn't really intentionally set goals to grow. Like, what is it that I want to learn? What courses do I want to take? What skills do I want to acquire? What areas am I developing to grow and to, feel sparkly and alive? So this is a really good one for, thinking outside of the box and expanding. The next one is purpose. This is actually one that I'm going to share with you later, where I show you how I fill it out so you get an idea. What I really like about this one is this idea of having enhanced energy when we're really in the right alignment. When what we want to do and what we're actually doing are coming together and creating a sense of effortlessness when we know why we do the things that we do, and we get liberated from having to do things when we look out for these opportunities. And sometimes, I don't know if you've ever had, like myself, a job that wasn't fully aligned with your vision. It can leave a sense of hollowness in life. And sometimes it can help to create this purpose outside of work, or to look for opportunities to align the purpose that we feel. For example, for me, I love helping other people create clarity, expanding as a creative being. So what I'm doing is literally what I'm speaking about right now. I would not have come to this insight if I hadn't tried to find the right words and therefore find the right opportunities. And this is actually called value tagging. So this is something that the brain does when it's looking for something specific, whether it's, a sudden realization that there are a lot of red cars after, your friend bought a new car, or all of a sudden there are opportunities to live your purpose because you were brave enough to name it. So I can highly recommend this one. Even if you don't want to do all of the templates, this one is, I think, very, very good. Next one is spirituality. Here we have something that's a little bit, how do I say this? Contested. Some people don't believe spirituality is a thing. Some people believe that spirituality is actually a natural thing. It's kind of both for me. I love this idea of having an inner battery that we're charging with a higher power or being in nature. It can be as simple as that if you're not connecting with the word spirituality, but something that makes you feel alive, makes you feel connected, that gives you a sense of wonder about life, that could go into this category. And peace also, because from the sense of connectedness to something bigger, we can get a sense of peace. The next one is autonomy. As you can see, I put a few more questions in the autonomy section. This one was a bit difficult for me because there are so many different aspects to autonomy that are very important. And having all of these questions below made it really easy for me, but you're of course welcome to disregard any of them if you're very clear on what your autonomy is and how to maintain it or cultivate it. The next one is nurturance. There's this lady bathing in tea. It's not a coincidence. Cheers. This one is about finding the rituals that are really helping you connect with yourself. Most and foremost, nurturing your soul, nurturing your sense of well-being, making space for you and self-care and all of these things. They are now a little bit more accepted than they used to be. For example, I'm part of a tea group that I really love, and it's a little bit of like my refuge from everyday life. I meet with them once a month and I cherish them a lot. So if any of you is watching this, so yeah, new areas of nurture, community, rituals and habits, bonding, touch and self-connection are the subcategories for this one. I hope you find them and can name them. Next is the one that we started with, physical needs. I think this one is fairly self-explanatory, but again, you can use the questions below or even ask me below the video. This is my vision mind map for purpose as an example, and you can see how I spread out and applied the questions to their respective categories, but some of them I also applied to other categories that were not that obvious. For example, what activities make me lose track of time because I enjoy them that much? Flow state. I also applied it to values and principles, and that's how I could feel into the emotions that I actually enjoy when I'm in a flow state. So you can cross-apply. This is the paper version of this, where I then went in and started highlighting certain things that I think could be great images for my vision board. I then added them here, which I will also share with you. It's like more of a verbal template and I call it the verbal image desk. And I added it under purpose. This is what it looks like when it's filled out. And then I would go through and color code the different images. And also some of the categories are overlapping. So for example, for me, yoga came up several times and then travel came up in different categories. And that's how I could kind of unify my vision into something that's more cohesive instead of having a lot of images and then overboarding my vision board without any clarity. That's how I could kind of find the common denominators and make those the leading images for my visual. So I have this vision of a hummingbird dress, which is a dress that I'm imagining to have giant flowers on it that are actually concealing hummingbird nectar. So the birds could feed on my dress and I could watch them. It's been a vision for quite some time. This time it's going on my vision board to make it reality. And I have prompted these images with AI, one unspecific version in the sense that I'm not in it, but it's still emotionally and visually specific because it is true to the vision I created with the aligned vision map. And then this one is one where I also have my likeness in it. So I used the Hugging Face model to create this one. And if you would like to know how to do that and how to create these images after you've done all of this emotional work, yeah, please stay tuned and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.